I got more stripes than Adidas. Yeah, I got the stripes of Adidas. Yo, welcome back to the channel, dude. Oh my god, it's the most consistently inconsistent technical analysis YouTube channel on planet Earth. Welcome back to the channel. Did I say yo, yo, yo? Hopefully you're doing good out there in the universe, in the planetary. This is my valiant return to YouTube. Of note, I am taking a little break from Twitter. I deactivated my account. I reactivated it yesterday, both within probably a few hours of each other. And yeah, because it just is consuming too much of my time, and I need to focus up in some other ways. But anyway, let's take a look at the market and see what we think is going on. So what you're looking at here is the ES1 futures chart. If you were following on Twitter, we did call out that this looked like an up thrust after distribution type of look. Since then, we've had some pretty big dumpage occurring, so certainly some distribution occurring. So what are we expecting? I know that going into tomorrow... Sorry about that. I'm feeling like a little, I don't know, a little burpy or something. You guys know that I don't burp. Like, I burp sometimes very randomly once, like, maybe a few times a year. It'll just, and I'm like, oh, dude, what was that? And I can't make myself burp either. But anyway, so we're looking at futures at the moment. So you've had this play out. Now you can pretty much say that this was like a last point of supply that occurred here. And then you had another last point of supply that played out here. Overnight, you had green futures, and then more dumpy occurred going into today. And now, obviously you're finding some support. I will say that it does look like you were flagging a bit here. You're just holding, you keep holding relatively high in these ranges. So I do think that going into tomorrow at some point, this is like a broadening ascending wedge. Nice. I do think that going into tomorrow, like maybe you continue to have a green futures session, but I am expecting that at some point, and I don't know whether or not they're going to hold it up until the Powell speech. I think it's at 1:30 Eastern tomorrow. Or maybe it's Central. I don't know. The website. I'm assuming the website is Eastern. I went and checked. But I don't know if you're gonna want to watch this uptrend, because if you get a break of this uptrend, and it looks like you're actually testing it right now on the hourly, then I think that you're gonna break down, and at some point, maybe let's see. Maybe sometime in the afternoon. Oh, look, this is what we'll do. We'll pull a Fibonacci, and we will try and use that as context to figure out when we might visit this uptrend. I do think that you visit the macro uptrend that you've been forming here since the middle of October. Man, we've moved up a lot since the middle of October, huh? And so I would be looking for price. Oh, this actually says it will be down here in the morning. If this correlation plays out in this way. And what you're looking for, like we've discussed before, is perhaps you come up, retest, you fail here. You're looking for you to get this like kind of accumulative sort of rounding bottom sort of structure, right? Going into FOMC. If that occurs, I actually would be relatively bullish testing this uptrend. And when I say relatively, you do have to realize that anytime that you're playing a speech like this, and it's coming to a very key level of support or resistance, there is an inherent risk that comes along with that Powell comes and takes a giant dump on your chest. So make sure that you don't let old man Powell, that would be really weird if you let an old guy dump on your chest in that way. Not my preference, not my kink, but you do you. make sure, me personally, you do whatever you want, dude. If you want to have no stop loss, if you want to have take profit, whatever, you do whatever you want, because this is not financial advice or trading advice. But personally, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to play this, test of this uptrend I'm expecting to the upside. And if you break here, I'm not going to stick to it, okay? Like, I'm looking for downside opportunity, and I'm looking for this distribution to continue, because it certainly looks like it could, okay? So just, be mindful. Don't just like, yeah, Dave said he's going to be bullish. No, I'm only going to play the side of the trend, right? This is a macro support trend. And I'm going to assume that macro support trend is going to continue to be macro support until proven otherwise. And when proven otherwise, I will do the opposite, okay? That's pretty much my personal take on things. That's how I see it. There's not really a up. Yeah, I mean, you just, and this goes back to the call out that we were having back here, where we were saying, look, at some point you're most likely to come back and test this uptrend. They went, redistributed. There was more liquidity up here that they could find. This is just, to me, a textbook up thrust after distribution. There's almost no volume up here throughout this entire trading range. You just like went up for no reason, basically. And then you had sellers step in at the other end, boom, and you're selling off. Now, so the distribution is not complete yet. Now, what happens if we don't find support? Look, what happens if we do? Even if we do find support, right? This doesn't mean that we just jump on another rocket ship. You could just redistribute and test this again and fail here as well. And to be honest with you, I really don't like this structure anymore. Going up to this macro downtrend that we have, I would have preferred that you would have swooped down here. If I wanted to be bullish, I would have preferred that here you would have swooped down and built up in this manner going towards it, and then I would have been way more bullish. But now this move insinuates to me that institutions do not believe that at this stage we are prepared to break through, okay? If you break down through this uptrend, I'm going to be, long-term, or not long-term, but over the course of the next month or so, I'm going to be looking for further retracement back down to the midline, which is white, and a correlation, most likely. You don't really have a fib correlation here. Ooh, 786, let's see. Mid-December, back down to 36.15. I don't know. We're going to have to... that sounds really, really bearish. So I don't really want to, but that would be, the logical kind of play here. And it would cause you to kind of wedge down in this way. That actually looks pretty good if you respected this downtrend on your way down. I mean, it does look like a typical kind of distribution where you're going to want to, close out in this manner. And then maybe you reaccumulate in that fashion. Whew. That would be really bearish. But, overall, this structure here, it does look like selling. It does look like selling structure. It's just, the price is just, now that you really look at it, is really just being held up, Yeah, so... what I mean by that, let me just try and contextualize what I mean. Realize that the people that, institutions make money by selling and buying and exchanging with retail. That's how new money enters institutional liquidity. Their bottom line goes up when new retail money, as well as institutional money overall, and the way that they get retail money is not through traders who are sitting here looking at charts, analyzing momentum, things like that. Sure, that plays a role in it. But primarily, it's like your average get-rich-quick Joe Blow kind of guy who is just looking at his Robinhood app. He sees something is relatively high, or he's looking at a Yahoo ticker or whatever. And he's like, oh, it's still really high. I'm going to buy that because I think it'll keep going up. and they're just kind of offloading. So when price is hanging high, that's who they're selling to over the course of time. Again, as well as other people. And when price is relatively low within a range, they're doing the opposite. They're convincing that guy that the price is going to keep going down so that they can accumulate and they can press the price further up, right? So that's just kind of the logic. I'm pretty sure I've talked about that on the channel before, but I am pretty bearish going into this Powell meeting in the build-up, and then so I do think that you sell off like from now until then, generally speaking. I mean, you could pop up, but I do think that you see a sell-off going into the meeting. And then from there, it's like literally you're going to be testing this uptrend, in my opinion, as Powell is speaking. And if you break below it, you could go to hell, for lack of a better word. Not you, okay? And I'm not particularly a religious guy, so don't take that the wrong way. But the market could dump pretty hard. So what is that correlation with SPY? Wow, that was really, really dark. Yeah, 390-ish is kind of what I'm looking for on SPY, probably. Let's see. We can probably get a better fib than that, I think. Let's see. I had one earlier that was pretty good. 390-ish being that sort of local. Yeah, 390, 392, 389, 392-ish range is what I'm expecting whenever Powell opens his mouth. And then from there, I'm leaning that you see another press up, but you could break the uptrend, and then things could get like really ugly over the course of the next few weeks. So just be on the lookout for that. Play it balanced. Don't be too committed to one side. I really think it's unlikely that you just kind of like run up tomorrow. I'm not really expecting that. It's possible you could just go sideways, but I think that they just bleed out. They bleed out price going up to here and create a really dramatic moment on this uptrend, and then from there we'll see what happens. So I repeated that like 50 times in this 12-minute video. Hopefully you understand the logic behind that. This is not financial advice, as always. It's your money. You're going to make whatever decision you're going to make. Make sure you do what's best for you and your family. Protect your money at all costs. And have a risk management strategy is always a good idea, so that you don't blow up your account. That's not fun. Nobody likes that. So, yeah, anyway, hopefully you had a good day. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you've missed me, because I know I've missed you. And until next time, do you miss the mustache? Oh wait, I had a 21 Savage line. I was just rapping in the gym, and I wanted to get it. It's the I'm on a jet like my last name Lee. 2 sticks in my hand like I'm playing the Wii. Oh, I like that guy. He's really good. Okay, you have a good day. Peace.